Hi, I'm Sam with Batch Stoves, and today we're going to be doing a rice dish. I've been getting a lot of questions about different type meals you can cook with alcohol stoves and what type meals I cook. You've seen me do a lot of dry baking videos, but I like to cook a lot of rice dishes and soups. So today I'd like to do some lemon peppered chicken and rice. And I'm going to be using the BatchStovez BS 1.1. We have 1 ounce of fuel here. And I'm going to be using the 12 centimeter cook pot. And what I have is 1 cup of water. Let me get this stove lit. Notice the vents are on high because we're going to get this water up to a boil first, and then we're going to add our rice. So we have 1 cup of water. And you want 2 parts water to 1 part rice. We'll put the lid on there. And we'll get this water. Let's go ahead and set a timer. Now, you can use Tyson's prepackaged chicken. It's already pre-cooked, or you can also substitute tuna for this. Tuna works really well also, and both taste great, and it's nice. It's filling, and it works great on the trail. Now what I do is I pre-package my rice in little Ziploc bags, and I have a little bit of olive oil in here, a half a cup of rice, and some lemon pepper seasoning in here. And once the water gets up to temp and starts to boil, we'll put the rice in, and it usually takes around 25-30 minutes for the rice to cook. A few minutes and let this water come up to a boil. It usually takes 8 minutes to boil 2 cups of water, so with 1 cup of water, maybe I'll check back in about 5-minute mark, and we'll see. Wanted to show what type of flame pattern you have on high with this stove. Real nice flame underneath the pot. We're about 3 minutes in. 250. Okay, we're about 348 in, and you can hear the stove. We're just starting to boil, so I'm going to turn this down. And then we're already at a boil, and that'll save some of the fuel. I'm going to, that was about 3.5 minutes on 1 cup of water. Bring 1 cup of water to a boil. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this rice in. Give it a stir. And put the lid back on. And we'll let this go for about another 25 minutes or so. And when it's done, the rice should be completely cooked. Now, I will usually put the tuna or the chicken in there around the 20-minute mark, and just kind of dump it on top and let it kind of heat up while the rice finishes cooking. And then once your rice is done after the 30-minute mark, everything's heated thoroughly, and you're good to go. So let's check back in on it. Give it one more stir here. And there we go. Alright, so we'll check back when it gets further along. Okay, we're about 12 minutes in. I wanted to show you what our flame looks like. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. And you can hear the rice in here. Just barely boiling. Now notice, not using a windscreen, and I'm using the reason I'm not using a windscreen is that kind of helps regulate the temperature of the stove and keep it a little lower. Keep the stove a little cooler and keeps the flame a little lower. But the breeze helps, fan the flame so that it's not too intense under the pot, and it seems to work out really well. The rice always turns out good. So that's just my little trick. Windscreens are needed sometimes they're not needed. Most of the time, if it's not windy, I don't use them unless I'm dry baking, and then I'm using it in order to contain the heat. But that's just me, and that's what works for me. Different methods work for different people, and if you ask any one person, everybody's got something a little different that they do. So we're 14 minutes in. We'll come back and check a little later. Okay, so we're 25 minutes in, and gonna go ahead and take the chicken and throw that in there. We'll put the lid back on there. Now this is a whole lot of chicken for one person, so it'll definitely fill you up. So again, like I said, we're at 25 minutes, and let it go for about another 5 minutes or so, and we should be good to go. Okay, so we're right at the 30-minute mark, and let's take this off. And blow out the stove, it's not going to blow out. I have a little piece of metal that I made from the bottom of a soda can. Just put on there and extinguish the stove. So let's see what we have. This is our rice and chicken, lemon chicken rice. Whoops, fogged up the camera. You know what, let me just dump this out on the plate so you can see it a little bit better, but it looks good. And as always, it's delicious. Let's see. Now normally, if I'm not going to cook anything else, if this is going to be the only thing I'm eating that night, I'll just eat right out of the pot. But I want to show you. Let's see if I can wrap this up so that I can get a hold of it. See, these windscreens come in handy. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. As you can see, this is a lot of food, and this is enough probably for two. Now, as you can see, there's some that got stuck to the bottom of the pot. Now that should just come clean with some water, and I'll go and clean this and show you. So, as you can see, the pot does come clean with a little water, and you can see there's I use this pot quite a bit. This is my pot, my personal pot that I use. I use it for all the dry baking. When I go out on the trail, I take this. I've got a trip coming up this weekend, this coming weekend, and I'll be taking it again then. But here's our chicken and rice. Lemon chicken and rice. Like I said, this works good with chicken. It also works good with tuna, and it's a very delicious recipe. But as you can see, this is one huge meal, and that's a half a cup of rice and one package of the chicken, Tyson's chicken, and the rice is done. If I can show you that the rice is done. I don't know if the camera's going to zoom in on this, but you can see that nothing's hard. It's cooked perfect. And it's a great meal. It's not too much trouble to cook on the trail. If you have a stove that will allow you to simmer, like the BatchStovez BS 1.1. And if you can get a wick stove that gets low enough, you can also use a remote fueled type wick stove. So I'm Sam at BatchStovez. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stop by our website at www.BatchStovez.com and check out our gear. Have a great day.